all the problems start coming up, right? When we look at God's word, everybody has to submit to God, and then they have to submit to other people too. So in God's word, it says we have to submit to authority figures.
You got to understand, bro, that you're dealing with a man. You ain't going to talk to me crazy. You ain't going to try to fight me. You ain't going to do none of that, bro.
You're tuned in to Kaz TV.
Let me ask you this, because this is a real question.
Sure.
Me and C Love have been talking about this for years. C Love said, he said, hey, we'll watch your videos. And C Love said, man, I know behind the scenes he's spanking those kids. Is that true? Is there any truth to that?
Man, I'm kicking it. No. Y'all like, see that? Now that's $1 million question. See, that'll get you right there on national television. That's a good
Okay.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I don't do that. I'll give y'all some juice. I'll give y'all a little bit of juice here.
All right.
I've had to defend myself. Yes, I've had to defend myself. Child has never struck me, but if you trying to come at me or you trying to attack me, I'm going to defend myself, and you're going to lose. I've had to do that before. Okay, not often. That's like a once every 2-year thing in my 10-year career. It may have happened to me 3 times in my whole career where a child may have tried to come at me or something. You know, never hit me though. Never. You know, I never. No one ever. But I've had a couple of kids.
No hits landed. No hits landed.
No hits landed. No.
So what's the relationship like with those children when after those few cases where that happens? Is it a situation where they kind of gain a little bit more respect for you once they see that oh, okay, this guy's not playing around?
Absolutely. That's why you can't go in there punk, and you can't go in there afraid. You can't go into these kids. I go in some very dangerous places, guys. You hear me? At night. You know what I mean? And people are like, man, you got to be careful. Yeah, I know that. I get that. I'm not going in here blindly. I'm not going, like I don't have, but just like ops, military. If you've been in the military, special ops, you're going to fight the Taliban, you're going into some dangerous situations and you're going under the cover of darkness. And sometimes you don't know what the hell you're walking into. But if you properly prepared for anything, you ain't got to worry about anything happening, right? So I always go properly prepared, expecting the worst. You understand? That's why nothing ever happens to me. But with the kids, it's always a great appreciation. Once the kid sees, hey, I'm dealing with a man. I ain't dealing with no punk. This guy ain't no joke. Kids, they respect that. You know what I'm saying? Most kids respect that. You know what I mean? They wind up submitting and they see that I'm really a good guy that really loves them and care about them because I do. I don't, I'm not their enemy, man. I'm not going in here trying to be something that these kids hate. You know what I mean? But initially, you got to understand, bro, that you're dealing with a man. You ain't going to talk to me crazy. You ain't going to try to fight me. You ain't going to do none of that, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're just not. I'm not allowing it.
The word submission keeps coming up. And I think it's really interesting because, when we talk about relationships and marriage, obviously the word submission comes up there too in the Bible and everything. But the interesting thing that you guys said about God being the foundation to all this, and when he's taken out, all the problems start coming up, right? When we look at God's word, everybody has to submit to God, and then they have to submit to other people too. So in God's word, it says we have to submit to authority figures. It says wives submit to husbands. It says children submit to parents. It says employees submit to your boss, unless any of these people tell you to do something against God.
Absolutely.
But everybody has to learn to submit. So when you remove God, now a lot of these children, when God's not in the picture, they don't know how to submit to anybody. And that's part of the problem.
Well said, Zach. Well said. Yeah, there's no, submission. People see submission sometimes as a bad word. It's actually a beautiful thing. The word submission is actually a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? But when you strip, away God, like we were talking about, the foundation, then it's a rat race. It's I'm going to do me. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not listening to you. I have nobody. You're not going to tell me what to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. It's just chaos. And that's just a fact. If you don't have any structure, if you don't have something that's ahead, that's leading you and guiding you, something or someone that you turn to, right? And you think that you have all the answers, and you think that you're just this free carefree person that can do whatever you want to do and nobody can't tell you nothing, if that's the type of thinking person you are as an adult or a child, then you're in for a rude awakening.
Very rude. Very rude.
Very rude. Because the world doesn't operate that way.
The world does not operate like that. It does not. Trust me,
Now,
it does not. I served 20 years in prison because I wanted to do what I wanted to do and have a car that wasn't mine, knew it wasn't mine, but I thought I could just take it, and it don't work like that.